And even though it's a great movie for rabbit people and rabbit lovers, I am concerned about a dangerous point in it, and that's why I wanted to point it out.
Bring it in. We all ready?
Yep, absolutely, always.
I guess. Love you guys. Now let's do this. It's gonna be a fun one.
So welcome, bunny parents. I'm Michelle. This is my co-host Bella. If you're looking for a channel with all about bunny care and some fun videos too about bunny care and rabbit rescues, this is the place for you. So please click subscribe, give us an ears up. So Peter Rabbit 1 and 2. I did love both movies, and I'm going to give my thoughts about it. I'm going to talk about the plot, the cast, the reviews, some fun facts, trivia, and the original controversy about the first Peter Rabbit movie, what that was all about. And then lastly, I'm going to tell you my number one peeve about the movie, something that I did think they got really, really wrong and I think sent a terrible message. Peter Rabbit is based on the Beatrix Potter popular series. It came out in 2018, a family movie by Sony Pictures Animation. Soon after, it was announced that Peter Rabbit 2 was in the works. It was supposed to be released in 2020, but like other movies, it was delayed because of COVID. It was released briefly in the movies a few months ago, and it is now available on Blu-ray and digital. Peter Rabbit and his three sisters, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, enjoy spending their days in Mr. McGregor's vegetable garden. When one of Mr. McGregor's relatives suddenly moves in, he's less than thrilled to discover a family of rabbits in his new home. A battle of wills soon breaks out as the new owners hatches scheme after scheme to get rid of Peter, a resourceful rabbit who proves to be worthy and wily opponent. The cast includes James Corden as Peter. You may know him from the late night TV show, and he was also in a Netflix musical called Prom, which I recommend. It's very fun. So the cast includes Rose Byrne as Bee. She was also in the very funny movies Neighbors with Seth Rogen. Domhnall Gleeson plays Thomas McGregor, the younger McGregor, and you will probably recognize him from Star Wars, the new Star Wars movies, which was a coincidence because Daisy Ridley also did the voice of Cottontail in the first movie. Fun fact about Domhnall Gleeson is he was also in Harry Potter 7. He played Bill, the eldest Bill Weasley, and he is also he is the son of Brendan Gleeson, who was, of course, Mad-Eye Mooney. The music is by Dominic Lewis, who did the original movie as well, and he did a fantastic job. He's done many animated movies, and he has a very fun and happy score. As a future project, something exciting he's working on now is the DC League Super Pets with Wonder Dog and Bat Dog, and something to look forward to. I would recommend getting the soundtrack because it has a lot of happy, fun songs in it. James Corden does a great job with I Promise You. So I really enjoyed both Peter Rabbit 1 and 2. I liked Peter Rabbit 2 better, I believe, because there was more action in it. The characters were much more well developed. I like the storyline between Peter and Thomas a lot, and I thought that their relationship was fun in the first one, but it did get to be a little bit tiresome because Thomas became pretty unlikable by the end. So it was really good to see him in Peter Rabbit 2 grow and also have Peter grow too and learn to accept him as a father. The story was very charming and family-oriented. The characters were very loving, and I enjoyed all their communication. And Will Gluck is the guy who directed it and one of the writers of the movie, and he does an amazing job. I love the animation, especially the fact that when Peter, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, and Benjamin, the cousin, all run. They run like rabbits, and they harp like rabbits, and they look great. There are too many funny parts to list. I particularly like the deer jokes, the deer in the headlights, and the flashlight. And even in the second movie, it still remains funny. All of the characters are very funny. I like the fox and the fact that he's chasing Peter Rabbit, and Peter talks him into taking up jogging so he can keep off the weight and keep in shape, but still get exercise. Benjamin Button is also one of my favorite characters. He's the lop-eared rabbit who is the cousin to Peter and Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. And he is just so funny. I love him, and I love his expressions in both movies. I especially liked when he was sticking his little mouth through the fence and saying no, 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 because as a bunny parent, I'm sure you've seen the bunnies stick their little nose through the bars, and how cute that is.
All the rabbits. Back in their burrow, snug as a bug in a rug.
I'm gonna live forever! Get back here!
Spread out.
There wasn't a controversy when the original Peter Rabbit came out in 2018 because one of the scenes involved a trick that Peter played on the younger Mr. McGregor in order to, in their battle of the wills, and he used a blueberry to cause anaphylaxis, shock, and Thomas had to take an EpiPen. And some of the people, so this did upset some people who thought that they were trying to take lightly the condition, which I don't think they were, but it's not for me to say. The thing that I did have a problem with, and even though it's a great movie for rabbit people and rabbit lovers, I am concerned about a dangerous point in it, and that's why I wanted to point it out. So maybe if the makers of the movie are listening, and I do hope there is a Peter Rabbit thing, I hope that they would change this element. You do not pick a rabbit up by their ears, ever. What that would feel like, being hung by your ears. Their ears do not have muscles in them. So the first time he grabbed Peter, he was the original Mr. Gregory, played by Sam Neill, and he grabbed him by the ears when he caught him, and that bothered me, but because he was a bad guy anyway, it didn't register as much. But later on, again, you have the younger McGregor also do the same thing, picking up Peter by the ears. And I just wanted to, this movie does a great job with rabbits. I think they do amazing animation. The hopping and the flopping and the running looks very real. I enjoyed the message of the movie, which was basically that you can make mistakes and you can actually learn more from your mistakes, because Peter does make a lot of mistakes. And as the father says to him at the end, he's young and he's supposed to make mistakes, and that's how he's going to learn. And I think that was just really beautiful.
It's an adventure story, really, you know. No guts, no glory. But the thing I love most about the film is it's got a lot of heart.
So I really hope you enjoyed it. Give us a big thumbs up. Be sure to tune in next time. And thank you.